80% arms. This is the GST9. We're gonna compare it to the Polymer 80. We're gonna discuss all the different components, quality, build, and everything. And we're gonna talk about how to do this. Stay tuned. This is Steve with the MrBigKid channel. Thank you all so much for watching and thank you all for tuning in. 80% Arms sent me the GST9 80% lower, and they also sent me the jig and a lower parts kit so I can completely build one out and test it. Now, I recently did a Glock build with Polymer 80 and I liked it. It was actually a little tougher than I expected. Because of YouTube policy reasons, I can't instruct you guys on how to build a firearm or build anything like that in general. I am gonna do that video, however, so that's gonna be posted on a different platform that accepts that kind of content. I'm also gonna leave like a parts list for you guys of everything that's gone into this build itself, and a place where you guys can buy it as well for yourself. Let's get started. So here's the main product, and this is the GST9. It's 80% lower. Now this is essentially kind of like a Glock 19, a Glock 19X. So you have like a couple cool options, which is really cool. Let's open it up. So they sent me a couple components. We have a lower parts kit. I'm gonna put these off to the side. So this is the black model, and I will tell you, I like the feel of the material itself. Right here on the front and on the sides has a very aggressive stippling too. Compared to the Polymer 80 grip, it does have a much more rounded feel to it. You do have a nice like thumb, a place to rest your thumb right here. You have your thumbs forward grip. And you can see this is a really stubby grip, right? Well, you have these guys right here. So this comes with two options. You can either A, turn this into a Glock 19 with this part right here, gives you that shorter grip, or you can turn it more into a Glock 19X. You can put the extension on here, and now you have pretty much a Glock 19X lower frame, which is awesome.
Here's a full-size 19X grip.
This is the GST9 pistol jig, so you're gonna need to buy this in order to mill it properly. Now let's open it up and see what's inside. So here's the jig itself, and I'm gonna start by saying this is thick. Like, there is zero flex inside this jig. So these are the rails to build the 80%. This comes with a whole bunch of screws, nuts, and bits. That's because this jig, when you put the 80% in there, you're gonna screw it down tight. Now when I drilled my Polymer 80, it comes with a jig, but that jig is a little, I'm not gonna call it flimsy, but it has flex, and there's certain ways to hold it, otherwise you might drill incorrectly. Now with this guy, when you put your 80% lower inside there, it fits like a glove. Like there is zero wiggle in there. So then you take this other part, you put it inside, and then you install your bolts and nuts all in here, and that clamps this down tight. So when you actually drill your holes, which are labeled, it tells you what drill to use in what spot, right? And it even tells you where to remove your material. So you drill this down tight, and then there is zero play. So when you run that bit through this hole, you know you're gonna be drilling straight, theoretically. I have to say theoretically, I haven't done it yet. So I have the 80% lower, I have the jig, I've got screws and nuts and bolts to hold the jig together, lower parts, a Zev connector, and I have rails. This 80% arms is ready to be built. This is the part where I'm gonna hop off of YouTube because this part's not allowed to be shown. I'll link that to a different platform. Okay, when that spring's pushed down, you just go through and continue and push it all the way till you hear a snap. That's it. This thing's built out. Now we could choose what kind of grip extension you want to put on here, and I'm going to put the Glock 19 grip extension for now, so it's the same as the Polymer 80 just for testing purposes, but I think I'm going to rock with the 19X grip extension. I'm back out in the desert, and here's the moment of truth. We have the 80% arms finished and complete. I have a 10-round mag loaded up. Let's go ahead and do the first 10 through this and see if it cycles and functions properly. Let's do it. Little slide bind. Could be like a little filing issue right here. The slide isn't fully seated. Push it forward. There's something binding up on it, not entirely sure what it is. Let's check it out. I'm gonna take this thing apart and then let's see where it's binding up. It's just something about the slide seating fully front. So I think what's happening is I need to file this down a little bit more or just shoot it till it files itself down. Let's put a couple more mags through and see if it fixes itself. It's not uncommon to have a decent break-in period for any kind of 80%. Let's do some more and see if we can get this thing to function properly. That was the first time after the second bump we actually had function. So we might have gotten through that initial break-in and smooth things out. Let's do some more. All right, so we have a full magazine. I think we're past that break-in period now. So let's see how it works. Full magazine, good lock back. I think we're in business, and I really like it. The bigger grip is nice. It really fills in my hand. Let's do another magazine. Let's try a little bit of rapid fire. So I got another 10 rounds loaded in here. I have to conserve a little bit for, well, obvious reasons. Another 10 rounds. Let's do it. I'm not gonna aim for the target, just gonna aim for the hill. I wanna do a little rapid fire to see how, if it functions well still. So far, the 80% arms is working well. I think we're about 80 rounds into it as we speak. So on the 80% arms, you have some different features. So right here, the grip swells on the bottom, and where it swells is where the stippling starts. What's cool about this is the Glock 19 extension right here. It comes with another extension to make it a Glock 19X to take a full length Glock 17 type magazine. That being said, I put on the Glock 19 extension right here to compare it to the Polymer 80. One thing I really like is if you look right here, you have an aggressive, I think they call it like a gas pedal or something, but it's basically where I rest my thumbs, and it rests right inside there. So it's like a cutout for my forward facing thumb, and it's very comfortable. It feels like I get a good grip on this gun. Now I do actually have bigger hands, and the swollen grip right here feels really comfortable to me. Now the gun does have a more rounded feel to it than the Polymer 80. Some people like that, some people don't, and I think I do like it. It's a very non-chafing feeling grip. So let's do another magazine through this guy. But so far after the break-in period, I'm really liking this thing, and once that last lockup happened and I smacked it forward, this thing has been working perfectly. So let's go ahead and load up another one.